Y'all come on in, come on in, come on in. What up, what up, what up? What up, y'all? What up? Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know
It's
what time it
it's
is.
a
Come
vibe.
on, come
It's a
on.
vibe.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
It's a
hey.
vibe.
All right, all right, all right. Now, at this time, we are going to let my lovely sisters introduce themselves. I'm going to start it off with my sister, Dawn, and then we're going to go from there, and then we're going to introduce our guest as well.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody, it's DJ. No. What's what's up, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. My name is Dawn, aka Tweet Talks, which is podcast available on all major networks. So I'm glad for everybody to be tuning in today.
All right, all right, all right. We are glad to have you. Now, at this time, I'm going to go to my sister, Sewa. Yes, I said Sewa.
He
We're going to let her
focused.
introduce herself.
Yes. Hey, y'all. This is your girl, Cheryl Renee, host of the Women's Beauty Podcast, which can also be found on all major platforms Instagram, Facebook, Apple, Spotify, all the things. So holla at me, connect with your girl. Let's go.
All right, all right, all right. And y'all already know my name is Reverend J. H. Scupper the Third, CEO of Reverend JC3 Ministries, host of several podcasts, and also the CEO of Reverend JC3 Studios. Y'all stay on the lookout. Some big things are coming from there. I'm gonna say big things because I got in trouble in a meeting last week when I said small. So we're gonna say big things, and this time we're gonna let my brother over here introduce himself. Y'all, I'm so happy to have another man on here tonight. Y'all just don't understand. If y'all are true Actors of Vibes fans, y'all know these girls be beating me up. But oh, the Lord heard my prayer and gave me a brother. Ah,
Oh,
Basketball. I said
yes,
about a hundred every
sir.
time. All right, my brother, go on ahead. Go on ahead, my brother.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Tay from No Cap the Podcast, and I am happy to be here because ain't nobody gonna be ganging up on my new podcast, brother. So
Yes, come on,
let's
boy.
go.
Come on, come
Let's
on.
go. Let's do
We
this.
got him. We
We
got him.
shall
We got him.
see. We
Us
shall
ladies
see.
move in silence.
Mhm.
Right.
Come on. Mhm. All right, all right, all right. So I'm gonna let Sewa announce what our topic is for tonight.
All right, y'all. So our topic for tonight is social media, and does it have a negative influence for the dating space? What do y'all think?
Whoever wants to
Uh,
go first.
does it have a negative influence? It it's a here and there thing for me because it depends on what you're doing on social media, basically. And for example, like if you're promoting your stuff and you just so happen to meet somebody on social media and you're letting them know like what you do, you have this type of following and you also have like these type of demographics following you, then it's already known. But if you're just on social media and all these people's inboxes, then it's a different story.
So I feel like with social media can be a really negative thing when it comes to not just it's a good thing and a bad thing. Because for me, when it comes to online dating, if I meet somebody, the first thing I'm doing is I want to see what your social media, what's going on it. I want to see. I want to get a bird's eye view of what type of posts, what type of stuff you posting. For example, me, if I get on a guy's social media and I'm not talking about the shared memes. I'm talking about the memes where he actually goes in there and he types some subliminal message and puts it up there and leaves it, that's like a turn off.
Hold on.
Because in my eyes, if we get into a disagreement, the first thing you're gonna do is go on his social media page and put your little thoughts up based on what we have a conversation about, and it puts everybody in your business.
Hmm.
Now,
I would agree with
if
that.
you just, and the other thing is, now if you just putting like, sharing memes and laughing and joking and just enjoying what it is, socializing, that's different. That's understandable. But if you're getting real personal, you have a bad day, whether it be in your relationship, at work, or someplace, and you putting it on social media, to me, that's like not tasteful at all. Because my belief is when a person puts that up there, they're looking for attention. They're looking for the attention of somebody. They want some female to hump in their inbox or hop on their comments. Somebody that's probably never gonna pay them any attention unless they got some drama going on. And here she come. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I think to me it's a bad thing.
Okay. Okay.
Sarah, what you think?
Well, I'm guilty of that because, like, it's so coincidental. Like, if you in an argument or you in an agreement, it's a meme that just pop up on your timeline, and you be like,
Hmm.
"Oh, let me just." So I gotta fight. It's a struggle. I'm still working on that one. But yeah, I think social media. It depends on the individual because, like you say, some people can allow it to affect them, and some people, they don't because they don't post their spouses. So, what about the ones that don't post their spouses? They don't use social media for negativity. It's based on the ones that do post. So, what about okay? What about if you're dating someone? Well, no, let's not say that. We got to be politically correct. What about if you're in the talking stage and you're getting to know someone? If they do not share their social media information with you, is that a red flag?
Is Hold on, Shira, is your mic covered up a little bit?
No. You can.
It sounded a little covered.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Say it again. Okay, now go ahead to your question.
Asa.
What about? Let me see. Let me take you there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
good.
Okay. So I said, what about when you're in the talking stage, right? Um, is it a red flag or like a non-negotiable if the person that you're talking to does not share their social media information with you?
If we in the
Uh,
talking stage, no. If we in the talking stage, no, because at the end of the day, we are just talking. We have not solidified what we are doing. We are just getting to know each other and we are collecting data. Because if I'm talking to you, I guarantee you, until we make it exclusive, I'm talking to about 5 or 10 other people too.
What? Not five or
wait, wait,
10.
wait. Hold up.
Not 5 or 10, but you know what I mean. There are others
But
that I'm talking to too.
All
If we
right,
haven't made
ladies.
it
So you
exclusive,
you you hear that, ladies. You hear that. You see that. James has said, if y'all not exclusive, just know you are one of the
I'm not
numbers.
saying that
but
automatically. But what I'm
Oh,
saying
you
is
can't
like,
take that back. You've
no,
given
let
it
me
to the
let me
world
rephrase
It's
what
already.
on
I
the
meant.
internet. It's here
hold
forever.
up.
It's on
Somebody
the
about to
People
clip
internet.
don't
They're
that.
know.
sharing it
But
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly,
yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
but hold on. I gotta say something to piggyback off of that. Because I'm the complete opposite, James. If I'm talking to somebody, I'm just talking to that one person, but I don't see it as a red flag if they don't want to share their social media information with me, because at the end of the day, it's like we're just talking, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be talking to somebody else since
Now
you don't want.
I'm now when I say I'm gonna be talking to other people, what that means is like I am not like if somebody else comes along and they're trying to get to know me at the same time, but you and I have not made it exclusive on what we are doing. We are just still in the talking stages. Where I have been guilty of doing on occasions is putting my eggs in one basket because I'm talking to one person, and then all at once I find out, oh, this person talking to this person, this person, and this person. So after a while, I just got to the point to where I'm like, okay, bet if that's how you playing it, until I make it, until we make it to where we are exclusive, and we are saying, yo, you the only one I'm trying to get to know, and I'm the only one that you're trying to get to know. It's free. It's free range for anybody else to come in and talk to me as well, and
Oh,
may the best person win. Whoever I am vibing best with, may they win.
I know that's right.
Okay.
My thing, my thing with it is, if no questions is asked, no information is given. You know how they say in the military, don't ask, don't tell. If you don't
Mm-hmm.
ask me, that means that you're not interested. Now, if we're not exclusive, if you'd have caught me maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I probably would tell you, no, if you're dealing with one person, you're getting to know one person. But nowadays, I believe that you should see multiple people to kind of, you know, what's the reason for just making yourself exclusive with somebody that may not feel that way but as well. You the one looking
Hey,
crazy.
Danny.
So I think that I don't think everybody should do that, because nobody wants to walk away with a broken heart. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
wants to deal with mixed signals. So I think that it's important to now when it comes to the social media thing, yes, to me, if you don't want to give your social media information, it is a red flag to me, because that means there's something, to me, that means there's something on there that's going to be different from what you're saying. There's something on that social media that you may say that you're single, social media is going to say you're married or in a relationship.
That part.
So yes, or you might say I have no children, because people lie about things like that too. This social media is going to have pictures of the kids. You may say, I may ask, or do you go to clubs? Do you party a lot? And you may say, no, I don't get down like that. And I look at your page, and your page is you turned up, slam turned up on every picture, every post. You know. So I think that that's something that you should give willingly. Now that depends on if that person what that person is looking for, because if you and I both are looking for the same thing, then you should be open with sharing the information. If we already know that we're not looking for the same thing, then I don't care about your social media. I don't care. So all right, so I got a question for y'all. Let me go into my database. So so let me ask you, when you look at a person's social media, a person that you are now dating, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of
So you
things could
said
it
I'm
tell you?
dating this person?
You're dating this person, and you guys are on each other's social media. What type of information can you get from social media? What type of posts do you see, and what kind of ideas would they give you? Maybe I'm not asking
Mm.
that question right. So if you are dating a person and they are putting memes on Facebook of um let's see, of women, and all of the women are half naked, and it's like, they're making comments about the women. What does that tell you about that person?
That they overly sexualize women.
Hmm.
That depending on what the comments is that they are making, they overly sexualize situations. And I'm not saying that's all they're going to be after, but
Hmm. But that kind
as
of gives
time
you
goes
that
on,
that
yeah.
that gives you that image. For me, what it also does is it tells you the kind of crowd, because naturally, if a man, let's just say a man, puts on his social media women half naked constantly, this is what he's doing. This is what he constantly does. And his boys jump in there, and they've always got something to say. And he tells you he's going to hang out. He's going to hang out with his boys, and these are the same guys he hangs with. Then it's hard to believe that this man is not going out looking at women and looking to court women, because that's what he's doing on his social media. So that's why I say that social media can be a good bird's eye view into who the person is, because it's almost like this person is posting with blind eyes. They're posting what they see in their head and what they want to put across to the world, what they think is funny, what they think deserves attention, and they're forgetting about the audience that's watching. So now you get the opportunity to kind of see, you know?
what they like and what they don't like.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I think sometimes we can how can I say this? We can
Analyze, overanalyze.
analyze, yeah, we can over
Hmm.
analyze social media because just because I'm posting this type of a status does not mean this is how I feel. I may be posting it to get other people's opinion on it.
That's true.
So I think sometimes we can over analyze social media and be like, or like, for instance, I'll give you another case in point. Like, for instance, you may get on a man's page and you see that he has a lot of photos with a lot of beautiful women. Now, the first thing that's going to go through a
Dun-dun-dun.
woman's mind, a first thing that's going to go through a woman's mind is he done messed with a lot of them women. In all honesty, it might be he's just cool with them women. Like, them women are like fam to him.
She's
What up,
not gonna
Tay?
understand that.
I,
What up, Tay?
I have a perfect situation for that because I've been in a situation like that before in the past. So I've we're speaking from my social media. So
Mm-hmm.
as you guys know, I started my podcast on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of the people predominantly that I interview are women, specifically anime cosplay women. And that doesn't mean that's what I'm liking. That just means that these are specifically the people that I've talked to and I've got their stories from. Like I've interviewed people from the anime community. I've interviewed people that had OnlyFans accounts. I've interviewed a little bit of everybody, and that shows if you go to my Instagram, that shows on my Instagram the people that I follow and things like that. So, does it say something about me? No, not really, because those aren't the type of women that I go for.
Mm.
But will I interview them to hear their story on why they want to do the things that they do? Yes, of course I will.
You know what? And that's interesting because, for all of us being a part of the podcast community, that's so true. Like, we gonna run into, and I'm sure you guys too, because y'all know y'all got podcasts. You run into all types of people to when it comes to interviewing, and some of them you really don't know what kind of person they are until you start talking to them. Like recently, I did like a kind of roll call with podcasts, and I was shocked about a lot of the stuff that I heard, which gave me the opportunity to realize that you got all types of people out here, and you don't know when it comes to sitting down with them what you're gonna get. But
Hmm.
I got a biggie question for y'all.
Wait,
Okay.
wait, wait. Hold on, tweet. Let's do some of these comments really quick because I don't want nobody to feel like we're ignoring them.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Joshua says it is a problem for me because I need to see how she carries herself on social media to help me decide if I should continue to pursue her for a relationship, even if I'm talking to multiple women. And then Danny says,
Super shout
I
out to
will judge
Joshua.
I will judge based on your personality and history. If you are overall a private person, I won't mind not sharing. And then she also said, which I love, my thing is, it usually always comes to the light. No need for me to worry my little head. And then she
Ooh.
said, a great example, because she was reiterating Tay's point. A great example is a man who is a fitness instructor promoting and marketing women across his timeline.
Mm.
Hmm.
So okay. Y'all know
That's a good
that
one, Danny.
tweet.
That's a
I'm
good
gonna let you go first, but y'all know I'm coming with a scenario. Y'all know I got a scenario right off top. All right, so Tweet, go on ahead.
All right. So okay, so mine is now you are not dating. Well, we're gonna do two. You're not dating, you're getting to know a person, your person, and you get on a social media and you notice that they are liking and giving public accolades to pictures. They're liking pictures, hearting pictures to a female or male, and they're like commenting, like, "Oh wow, bing, beautiful. Oh my gosh, look at those eyes," or whatever,
Yeah, all
whatever.
right. Yeah, all right.
So
Mm.
he just stole your word.
I
Okay,
was thinking
look, look, sis. We right here. We right here. I got you.
so I'm gonna tell you how I would deal with it because the way I deal with things, I'm an
it. Petty.
observant person. And
P-E to
he
the
said,
T-T-Y.
he
Petty.
said, Petty.
Petty.
I'm
Yes.
I'm I like to observe and then I'll put my action into place. So I'll just pay attention to it because to me, it's not even about the fact he's doing it. To me, it's like disrespectful. Let me just tell y'all a story. I dated a guy one time and we were on each other's social media account and it wasn't Facebook. And he would literally, I think this may have been when like the fans on in
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
fan yeah that had just came out and it was like women he would go on their page and be like, "Oh, beautiful," and I'm like, hello, I can see this." But to me that is that's a man that's comfortable, real comfortable in his relationship with you, or that the fact that you're not going nowhere, so he knows he can do this. It may be a little disagreement, but he know you ain't going nowhere because that's how he felt, past tense. So go ahead, Tay.
No, finish what you were saying, then I'll say what I have to say.
No, well, I'm just saying, like, to me, I thought that gave me a really big insight on who I was dealing with because it wasn't even about the fact that he did it. Because to me, I think it's best if you be who you are. You know, if this is the person that you are, be who you are. If you run across every woman's page, liking and hearting, do you, boo? Don't change what you're doing, but just recognize the fact that I see it as a type of discredit because if you know that the woman that you're interested in, you trying to get at is there, and you know you publicly putting stuff, and I'm not just saying, like, to me, liking and hearting is acceptable, but when you can go on there and put comments on the page, like you done took time to hit that enter button and use that finger and do like this, that's a little bit much because you putting some time in and work in, you know.
So, what I was going to say, but you kind of touched on it at the end there. Like, to me, it's just a like, it's just a heart. Like, it's social media. So what? That's what you do. Somebody posts a picture, you press a heart, you like it. That's it.
You got to
But
hold
if,
it down for the heart, though, sir. Just
huh?
saying, you have to hold it down to get the
No,
heart. Is optional.
you double
It's a
tap it
little bit
on
more
Instagram.
energy.
I'm
A little
talking
bit more
about
energy
Instagram.
needed. Oh, okay.
Now, now, if I'm taking the time to write in that little box, "Oh, you're so beautiful" and stuff like that, then yes, that's disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. But to double tap a picture as it comes across your timeline, no, I don't find that disrespectful at all.
Yeah, that's a little bit more acceptable.
For me, hmm, it depends on the comment that they're leaving when they
Mhm.
leave the comment. Like if they leaving about 3 or 4 comments on the same photo, then I bet. All right, go on and have your little fun, but don't get mad when I do the same thing.
Oh, why are you talking my game? Oh, sorry, y'all.
Like
The
go on
pettiness.
ahead and make your
I'm
little
here for it.
comment.
I'm here
Go on and
for the
make your little
pettiness.
comments. Make your little comments.
Watch this. Watch
But
this.
when I go over there to a female's page that I may not even like on that level,
Wow.
and I may that may just be the film, but she's drop dead gorgeous. And I leave comments on her page telling her that she's beautiful, she's drop dead gorgeous, all that. Don't get mad because you just did the same thing with this dude over here.
So
Hmm.
now tweet, we know when he leave comments on our page telling us we're gorgeous,
Oh, wait,
that
wait,
he
wait.
is doing
Yes,
that.
honey. It's a part of the
No,
game, right?
no, no,
It's part
no,
of the game, so he can get old
no,
girl back.
no,
Right.
no.
And then he
We know
goes over to
that.
her and he's like, don't, that's sis, don't
Well,
pay it
that's
no
my sister.
attention.
That's just my
That's
sister.
my
Yeah,
Like,
don't worry
sister.
about
no,
it. That's
no,
my
We got
no,
some shows
no.
together.
Look, you don't
Look,
got caught up, boy.
oh man, they are calling
Look,
me
Tay,
out
Tay trying to
tonight.
stay out of it. He was like, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
We like,
Uh-huh.
nah.
Yeah, that's okay.
No.
It's
Mm-mm.
okay.
We
And,
done
and
told on
see,
yourself.
and
You
what,
telling all your
because
business
listen,
tonight.
because this is the thing. What happens is, this is what people don't understand about social media. And for those that are watching, I'm gonna give you a little heads up. When you go, for instance, if you come on,
See,
somebody so
Danny
petty.
know. Petty.
So on social media, say for instance, James, you come on my page and you give me a comment or whatever, right? The
Mhm.
female that from your page that comes to look at my page will come up on my people you may know.
Mm-hmm.
So if any of y'all that don't know that little trick about social
No, you
media,
know, I know.
yeah.
Well, you best to believe she gonna go on that
Because
page and look and
and
see how
the
many
reason
other
why I'm
pictures you done commented on. Okay,
that's right. And so I noticed that. So just
get with it.
bro, be cautious because I keep seeing
Uh,
them come across.
I already know.
I'm
I
telling
already know. Like,
you.
trust and believe me. But see now, I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna keep quiet. I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep
do
Yeah,
quiet.
that.
because you telling on yourself. You
I'm
telling
gonna
on
Do
keep
your
that.
quiet.
business.
I'm gonna keep
Okay,
quiet.
so
Yeah.
question, y'all. So if you are dating someone, can you be with them and not be friends with them on social media? You're in
No.
a relationship now.
No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Cause what you trying
I
to
need to
hide?
see. I
Really?
need to. I
Really?
no. I need to
Listen,
see you.
I got something for that. So if you're dating someone, you're in a relationship now, can you not
You are
be
official.
friends with them? Yeah, we're
Yes.
official, and you can like, can I not be friends with them on social media?
Yes.
Me personally, like, I don't have to be friends on social media if I already have you. Like, now, if you're doing something out of the ordinary, that's on you. Me, I'm a real nonchalant person, so it takes a lot to get a reaction out of me. And like, if you're doing something on social media and I don't have you on social media, like, go right ahead. Like, that means you just didn't care enough about what me and you have going on than to do all that stuff on social media. Like, go right ahead.
See, I'm gonna tell you my thought with stuff like that with social media. I could be in a to be if I see that at the beginning there's issues with social media, okay, then we probably don't need to be friends on social media because the worst thing that you can do in a relationship is try and change a person. You try to make them be who you want them to be. Eventually, they're gonna fall back in their old ways, whether it be 10 years down the line or 2 weeks. So
True.
for me, I don't have to be. If we're in a strong relationship, I don't have to be. Now, if I feel like, because to be honest with you, with social media, you could be on a person's social media, and let's face it, sometimes the opposite sex will try their best to make you jealous on their social media. They may not even see this woman. She may be in 10 states away, ain't never inbox her. Because I got people on my social media that I don't know like that. So they will use social media to kind of manipulate you. So I'm more concerned about what your actions are with me. Okay. We ain't got to be social media friends, but if you tell me every Friday night or Saturday night, you going here and you going there, and I'm not tapped into your social media, then you giving me the opportunity to think what I need to think about you. So I don't really need to. Sometimes not being social media friends with a person you in a relationship with makes it better in a way because I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have to see your nonsense, and like Tay just said, you're a person that takes a lot to get a reaction. I'm a person that's very well in control of my actions because I know that there's people people that are looking for reactions. So I'm well aware of that. So I'm a person that is very much in control on what I will react to and what I'm just not going to react to. So with that being said, I'm not going to be on your social media because then I have to choose. I have to sit and choose. Am I going to react to this? I'm not going to react to none of it. Where you at? Forget the social media. Where is you at?
Okay, so what?
Okay.
Okay. Wait, let me say this really quick. So
Mm.
another thing too, people will also prey on your relationship. So, for example,
I agree with
Tay
Mm,
not
that.
being the type of person who is nonchalant, they will observe us in a relationship and know that he's nonchalant. So there will be a man that will slither and be in my, on my heart and my photos or whatever the case may be to see, like you said, if they can get a rise out of him or can cause, some type of disconnect between us because they want his spot or she wants my spot, right? So, since you don't mind not being social media friends, how do you feel about sharing locations?
Sis, why you stealing my question? Because that was
You
exactly what I was
stealing
gonna
the
ask.
question. That
I don't know. I think I've shared my location maybe one time. I'm not familiar with how to do it, but I don't know. Like, what do you mean? Like asking them to share their location? I don't know. And
since you have an iPhone, if you have an iPhone and he has an iPhone, do you feel like when you're in a relationship, should you share your location?
well, okay. See, because two of y'all know me. All right, so I'm gonna just keep it 110% because that's what's best, easy for me.
I
If
like
I
this
have to do
question.
so much work, if I have to do so much work, I am when it comes to relationships, it's got to be really low maintenance because I have a lot of other things going on and I don't want to have to put work into something that's optional for me. So if I have to be like share your location and all that other stuff, like I don't, I'm always halfway in and halfway out. So I
Track
can't.
shoes at the door. Track shoes at the door.
If I have to
I
do
can't.
that, like now, if we are in, because I do believe some relationships can come back from infidelity. Okay. So I feel like if we are coming back from infidelity, then you have to understand that we have a long road of healing and you have to prove yourself. So if we are coming back from that, then and I hit you up and my version ain't gonna be where you at? Where you at? Drop your location. No, mine's is gonna just be drop it. It's gonna be that simple because you already gonna know what we trying to what we trying to come back from. So I might just send a text if that's how we communicate, and it's just gonna say drop it. And if you choose not to, then know that we went back 5 steps instead of going forward 10.
Mm.
Wait a minute. You said there's a comeback after infidelity?
I believe that some infidelities can have a comeback.
Okay,
Ooh,
okay.
Now,
Let me
ask me which one first,
wait. Let me
yes.
ask you.
because
Let me ask
Ooh,
you
wait.
this. Let me ask you
Ooh.
this.
okay,
So let's say your man emotionally cheated on you. He
that's
didn't
what I was talking
physically
about.
cheat. He didn't
That's what I'm
physically
talking
cheat.
about.
He emotionally.
That that is what I'm talking about when I said that's exactly what I was talking about when I said that you can come back from emotional infidelity. Physical infidelity, some people choose to, some people don't. I don't know. But I feel like when it comes to emotional infidelity, that is something that can be healed. I don't know if it can be long-term healed, whether it'll happen again or not. I'm not sure. But I would opt into based on this person going back, and that also would mean that this is where you would get the text that says drop it. Because now you have shown me that you have emotionally stepped out of the relationship. So now I gotta check on you a little bit. Emphasis on the word little bit
Okay,
because I'm not
okay.
raising any
So
more
what
children.
so what if the
I
only
see your
reason
wheels right now.
yes.
Yeah,
So what
and
if
I
the
still got my scenario ready.
so
I
what if
still
the
got my
only
scenario
Okay.
ready for
reason
y'all.
what if the only reason it didn't turn physical was because it was on her end and not his end?
Come on.
Meaning she declined and he didn't.
Hmm.
Yeah, she declined or she was a catfish or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
But he had all intention
Of
on
diving
sliding in
in.
the home base.
What you said, James?
He was gonna dive in.
like Trey Songz.
I've
Yes,
been.
come on, here.
Yes.
What's the song? We not talking about music. We don't want to get shut down, y'all. Come on. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, okay, okay,
Right.
okay, okay,
Look,
okay, okay.
We're gonna keep it
Jesus.
going. Look,
So
look.
I don't know. I'm gonna pass it to Tay. You know, like back in the day, we used to do like what was it freeze tag? What was it tag? You it?
Um,
Tag team.
the location or what was the other question?
Uh, did you just
So
tap out on the It's a Vibe show? I know you
No, the
did.
cheating. She was talking about like cheat because she said she made a comment about um she could come back from cheating, and she said it depends on what
Hmm.
kind. And I said, what if you had a spouse and the only reason why it didn't go from emotional to physical was because the other person backed out, meaning they weren't available, or they just were a catfish, like, but your spouse had full intention on pursuing it physically. Would
Okay,
you reconcile?
but how would I know they had full intention? Like, would they be like, "Oh, I had full intention of doing this
Because you
with this
saw
person.
you saw receipts.
I saw receipts." Okay. Well, that's kind of difficult for me to answer because I've never been that person that like, let me see your phone. I've never been that type of person. So, and I've never done that before. So, realistically speaking, if they had full intention, go try it again. Because me,
Okay,
if
so I'm missing some stuff.
you had the intention, go right ahead. You just won't be with me no more.
I feel
Like
that.
Okay,
I, that's
so my theory on it is if they have not, because to me, cheating is either cheating or not cheating. So if this person has not actually physically cheat, they were on that road, but they didn't, to me, it's still emotional cheating. But now we're gonna have to run it back on a serious note to find out, what was this about? What was the
What
reason? This
caused
and the
it?
other.
Right.
Yeah, we got to figure out what role. And to be honest with you, people kill me because they always say, "Let's talk about it. Why were you going to cheat?" It's variety. That's all. That don't mean that the person don't love you no more. This person is just trying to see what's up with somebody else for a minute.
So do you
That does
think
not.
the variety reason is gender based or just overall?
I think the men's be doing it.
Yeah, because I was about to say I don't
Wait,
think
wait,
women
wait, wait,
cheat.
wait.
well,
Hold
Women
on,
hey,
cheat
hold
for
on,
wait a
variety.
minute,
hold
They
on.
wait a
woke
No,
up.
minute.
no, no,
They
no, because
woke
y'all
up.
women be doing it too.
They woke up. They
Yeah.
was asleep a few minutes ago. And then they was like, "Hold up,
Yeah, we
hold up."
got them
They
up
didn't. They didn't.
now.
They didn't. They
Yeah,
didn't do some shots at us.
So let me say this.
And the reason why I'm gonna say this, hold on, let me back that up really quick. Why I say that, because we know that men are visual and women are emotional. Women grab, they grasp to the attention of someone that is giving them more of an emotional attention. It's not always physical. There's some women that are very strong, and uh, physical attraction can be avoided. When it comes to men, men love. I remember talking to a friend about this, and they were saying that men love flesh. They are fleshly. So when it comes to a woman, she may be able to dodge a little something that a man can't dodge.
Hmm.
It's on you, Tay, like the
Mm.
news group.
I
tag them
wanted to
in.
go back to the whole location sharing thing because me, I don't mind doing it, even if it wasn't in a situation where like somebody was being dishonest and stuff like that. I do it solely for safety because I share my location with my daughter. I share locations with my sisters. Like I like to know, especially with my older sister. Like I like to know where she's at all times. And I'll do the same thing with my spouse. Even if my spouse does not want to share their location with me, I would still insist to share my location with them.
I like that.
I
See,
like that.
anybody
I like
watching,
that.
anybody's interested in dating Tay, Just tell them I want to know where you're
No,
at because I want to know
no,
if you're safe.
nope,
That's it.
I love it.
no, no,
I'm
ma'am.
I
concerned.
just want
Something
you to
just
be
happened on the
safe.
news,
I want you to
and we
be
want to make
safe,
sure that you're safe.
King.
Let me know where you're at. Yeah.
I love it. That is
Dude,
hilarious.
he's like, no, don't try that. Don't try that.
No,
Don't try
just
that.
I mean that's easy. I mean, I wish somebody would say something like that to me. I just want to make sure you're safe. Send me your location.
Oh, shit.
That's what people would think. But going back to what I just said a few minutes ago, because it was politely ignored. What do y'all fellas think about that?
Men don't do that. Men do not see. Men do not go off of variety. Not with that. No.
I don't know. You're
me,
not sounding too strong. You sound like a one man band right now.
me,
Mm.
me personally, I'm more. They say yes, men are visual creatures, but for as long as I've been living, I've always felt like I was the opposite. I would rather have an emotional connection with someone over a physical connection because the physical is always going to diminish. Things are not
Okay.
going to be as perky or can I say this on here?
Mm-hmm.
Um wet
Go.
as it was, but
Child.
like being a I prefer emotional. Like if you can show me the same emotion that you showed me when we were 20 years old, now that we're 56, then I'm gonna just rock with you forever. Like that's how I am. But it's not about quality. Because if I'm with somebody and they're doing everything right, even if we have those bad days, then that's what I'm gonna stick out. Because all right, we got this bumpy road right now, but it's not gonna last forever.
I like that.
All right, so throw a scenario out, James. I give you one right now. Throw one out.
All right, all right, all right. Let me see here. I'm trying to think of a good one.
Don't be
Ooh.
calling names out. He like to be putting people on the spot.
While he's thinking of that, hey y'all, hey everybody that just came in, Tracy, Jasmine, Danny said she thought that uh the variety and gender base was gonna go into a different direction. Hope we didn't disappoint you, Danny. We reeled it back in real quick.
Okay, I got the perfect one. I got the perfect one. All right, this
Glad
is
he's sitting
for
down.
Sarah and and Don.
You got that man focused on saying that name
Yeah,
right. He throw
uh-huh.
mine out there, but yours he be like focused.
Yeah, you got to.
Mm-hmm.
You got to focus.
All right, so here we go. And then I'm gonna let y'all give us one, the brothers one. So okay, here we go. So you come home
Oh
and
Lord.
your man is knocked out of sleep and his cell phone goes off. And it is his best friend that he has told you about. He's told you about this best friend. And she has sent him a text. He's told you that this girl ain't nothing but a friend and all of that. Well, your curiosity gets the best of you. You
Mm.
open up the text message, and it's his best friend laying across her bed with nothing going, talking about it's waiting for you.
Wait, okay, question. What does he tell her at the beginning? He
He
tells
told
her
her
about the phone.
he told her that now he's asleep, so he don't even know his phone has went off. But in the beginning, he has told you that this female that just texted him is only his friend.
Oh,
Now
okay.
she is laying across the bed. I'm laughing at these comments. So he's laying across the bed. See, the friend texted him a photo of her laying across the bed, and she's talking about, I'm waiting on you. You know what? Sarah looks like she got something she wants to say, so I'm gonna let my sister go first.
No, I'm going first.
Mm.
Okay. You said he's in where now? Where he at? What part of the house?
He's in bed.
So we in the bedroom. There's a lamp. Okay.
Oh shoot!
So I would text back
The
and
fact that she said there's a lamp. Okay.
yeah. So
Hmm.
I would text her back and I would tell her, FaceTime me so we can get this popping because she's not home yet. So in true thought fashion, she probably would,
Hmm.
FaceTime. And while the phone is ringing, you know, I'm going to wake him up and tell him his phone is ringing.
How are you gonna
And
wake him up?
then, huh?
How are you gonna wake him up though? That's the question. Cause he's knocked out of sleep.
Stop
There's a
putting words in
lamp.
her mouth. Let her tell her story.
There's a lamp. So I'm going to wake him up.
Wait for
And
it to
when
get
he wakes
popping.
up, if he wakes up, he's going to answer his phone and we're going to all have a nice little discussion.
Listen, I feel sorry for whoever dating her.
Oh my goodness! Woo! Woo!
Listen, because okay, let me just say this for
She
the
can
people
go
that's
from sugar
listening.
plum to
Come on. We say this every week. I got to give this disclaimer. There is two sides, right? So, granted, are we married in this scenario?
y'all just dating.
Oh, well, he might not know that side yet. So, but if he's watched enough of my life, he would know that, there's two sides. So, don't play with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Come on.
Okay, Don, it's on you.
Okay, so
Oh,
um
look at our four-legged nephew.
say
Oh,
hey. Say hey. So if it was me, I would probably be upset, but I would hand him his phone and say, "Your friend, she's half naked and she wants to see you." So I'm just gonna give it
oh,
to
look
him.
at the
I'm gonna
cat.
give it
Look
to
at the cat.
him. You said, "Look at the cat." Oh, you're gonna start some beef in a minute. But anyway, so and what I would do after that is, because this is the thing, men have to understand that even for a woman that is a wife, a girlfriend, working, busy, she may not be, keeping herself at her best all the time. And there's always a dude trying to holler. So that means that what I'm doing is I'm going to have to check some of those options now, because now I found out that you doing, yeah, because now
Mm.
I didn't found out that you are doing your thing. So now I'm gonna have
I'm
to
going to be
check some of my
like James
options.
Brown and I'm going to do my thing.
Yeah, and it's no need for me to get upset about it, because what am I getting upset and ranting and raving about something that you doing? You probably been doing it.
That
This is
part.
probably just you getting caught.
Mm.
Okay, so this is what we
Using
doing.
best friend as a term. Okay.
Yeah, just
Mm.
like when the men put the dude's name in the phone
Ooh,
and it's a female. Oh
ooh. That happened to
yeah,
me.
we
Wait,
know about
that's a
that.
trigger. Let me calm down. Let me calm
Yes.
down. I feel my blood
Yes,
boiling.
they do that. They put the man's name in the
Okay, what
phone,
about Pizza
and
Hut? They put Pizza Hut
he's
name in the
talking over
phone.
me. That's what you're doing, James? It's Pizza Hut now?
So,
No, no,
ladies,
no,
again,
no, no, no. I
He said, no,
said
no, no.
no. I said, what if they put Pizza Hut in the phone?
how you know they putting pizza in
Yeah,
the phone,
Pizza
James?
Hut. I mean, that's kind of
Uh,
crazy though, because
some
if
of
his
my
Pizza Hut
boys are
calling you,
crazy enough to do that.
Oh, your boys. Mm-hmm.
something wrong with them,
Mm-hmm.
because Pizza Hut is
Mm-hmm.
not calling anybody. Pizza Hut calling you is okay. Did you order some pizza? Why is Pizza Hut? That kind of
Or
thing.
work. They put it at work.
Oh yeah, that kind of thing. So I mean,
Mm,
that's the reality of it, is that if you're gonna do these things,
mm,
and I mean, I'm telling you, the older I feel like, and Tay wasn't, in one of our shows before when I said this, but I feel like the older you get, the way you deal with things is different. Like you kind of have your mind already set on how you're gonna respond, because you know that it's a possibility. When you young and you know, a person telling you they love you and they with you and it's only you and it's just me and you forever and ever and ever, you kind of believe it. But as you get older, you like been here before, done that.
Done that.
Yeah, I'm not
That
getting ready to
get
have
somebody else
no
to do it.
furniture in here. Oh, no. And the problem with that is the reality is some people, because I feel like in today's society, a lot of people want you to be tearing up furniture and mad and there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Mm-mm. Okay.
There is.
Danny said, I can see someone trying to flip that and say, you must not trust them if you need their location.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I mean, I think about how I would feel if I'm out and some, you know, person I'm with is like, drop your location, like, why you don't trust me? Even though, you know, people say that you're supposed to, and this is a good question for y'all. So people say that you're supposed to trust in a relationship. Do you go into the relationship, you know, trusting the person that you're in a relationship with, or is it the opposite? Like, how do you guys do
Trust
it?
is given. Trust is earned, not given. You have to earn my trust.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. Like you have to earn it, and but there is a level of initial trust that you give, because if you didn't initially trust that person, you wouldn't even want to be in a relationship with them.
True. I'll give you that.
So,
Explain this initial trust. Give me an example just so I can kind of, I guess,
okay,
visualize.
so
Try and
initial
agree or
trust.
something.
So like, say you're dating someone and you're talking to them. Y'all go on a few dates and y'all ready to take it to the next step. You're trusting them with the your heart, basically. You're trusting them with your heart, like that they are ready enough to start that relationship with you and be in that relationship and make it exclusive together. That's what I mean, that initial trust.
Things are so different in my world
I would agree with you.
because I don't know. I think people are good at putting up pictures and images of what they want you to believe. You know, let's check out these comments. We got any comments? Because I see a lot going on in the screen here.
They talking
I think that
about
was a good point.
location. Jasmine said, if anything happens, your partner should know where you are, especially if it's a new environment. And Tracy says, innocent until proven guilty.
Mm.
Okay.
That's the
Wouldn't
lawyer
we
in her,
like?
y'all. She's about to be, she's about to be a lawyer. So she's
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you the
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I think
Okay.
in legal terms that works, but I don't believe that works for a relationship.
She said if you have to babysit him, it's over.
Hmm.
All right. So, all right, sisters, I'll let y'all give us a scenario.
So I
I'll
got
tag
one.
you in, Dawn, yeah, because I can't think of one.
Okay, so I got a good one. I got a good one. So your so your woman, the one you're in a relationship with, comes to you and says that she wants to put her social media as single because you guys are not married.
Ooh. Well, Terry not gonna care. Well, Terry not gonna care because he's nonchalant. So,
He's
Mhm.
definitely
Yeah.
been saying that
Yeah.
throughout. So let's see
right, he's a
how does
nonchalant
that?
guy.
He's definitely said
Let's
that
see what he
several times.
says.
So
So I'm gonna tell y'all about high school Tay. High school Tay. Let's
okay.
call him that, because high school Tay is very different from the Tay you see before you. So high school Tay, he cared about if his girlfriend at the time had in a relationship with Tay, right? He cared about
Mm.
all this stuff. He used to put those subliminal messages on social media. Like, it's kind of funny how all of that stuff, he used to do all that stuff. But now, If my partner said she didn't want to change her status on social media from single to in a relationship, would I ask, would I question it? Yes, I would. Oh, because we're not married. That doesn't mean anything because there's an option there. You're either single, it's complicated, you're in a relationship, you're engaged, or you're married. There are sections there. So what's going through my head, a little bit of high school Tay is going to show, and that's going to tell me like, who don't you want to know that you're in a relationship with me? That's the only thing I would want to know.
Oh,
Now,
Tay
if
Tay ain't
you
so nonchalant, huh?
now am I now am I going to put it to the extent where I'm going to keep pushing it for you to put change your status? No, because I can't make a grown woman do do anything.
Hmm.
But I am going to question it. And if your actions are showing different from what you're doing with me, then yeah, I'm gone.
So, okay, really quick, in reference to what you said, does she have, if she puts in a relationship, does she have to say with and then you, or does it just have, can it just be in a relationship?
I'll give
Who
you
you
that.
trying to hide it from?
Like I'll no, I'll give her that. She could
It's
just
not
put
about
in.
hiding, but it's like, sometimes, again, like I said earlier, when you start tagging a person or adding a person, you give other people room to start, messing
Now
around.
now look at this. Like me, I'm not big on posting my partner. I'm never been, well, I have in high school. I used to do it all the time, post every little single thing, pictures and all that stuff. But now it's like the world needs to know what they know. That's it. Like you're with somebody, you're with this person, they seen you at Disney World with each other about once, holiday events, that's it. But my whole page is not going to be a full, my whole look into my relationship. No, I'm not going to do that. But can't to answer your question, would would it matter if she put relationship or with? Not really, because as long as you're acknowledging that you're in a relationship, people are still going to be in your inbox regardless.
True.
Because people will see you're in a relationship with Tay and still be in your inbox like, oh, what do he got that I don't have? So, and it's just up to you if you're going to entertain that. If you do, you do. Once again, I don't care.
Danny asks you a question specifically. Tweet: at what stage does the status need to change?
Definitely once we're official, but even after we have decided to be official, it's going to take some time. I don't believe in social media even with posting I'm in a relationship and who I'm in a relationship with. We have got to be I would least in a relationship maybe 6 months. I'm not posting anything before that. In a relationship with maybe another 6 months. And the reason why I say that is because with social media, when people tag you with a person, they think that it's set in stone,
Mm.
you know, that nothing can go wrong. And I'm a person that has certain standards. You're not going to do certain things. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but certain things I'm not going to accept. Somebody else can accept, that's fine. I'm not going to accept. So for me, the deal's off with certain things, especially if I tell you that. Especially if I'm open with you and I let you know what I don't go for and you do it specifically, you're letting me know that you have
You don't
gone
respect me.
past a boundary And I personally believe with certain boundaries, there are repercussions that you have to accept. So if I'm telling you what I don't accept and you do that, that you're showing me that you don't believe me. You know, like Jay-Z said, I don't believe you. You need more people. So now I got to show you that I'm serious. Now, if you are serious about me, then you will reclaim your goodness back and you'll be like, you know what? I was wrong. I shouldn't have did that. But if
I
you
agree
don't
with that.
feel like that, then you feel like you okay with going against my boundaries. So for me, it's gonna take some time. I'm a person that I don't believe that anybody needs to know who I'm dealing with unless I know that it's strong and it's monogamous and it's just
Proper
me and that person.
foundation. Solid.
Yes,
Yes. Hmm.
exactly. It has to be a solid foundation. And with
Right.
that being said, I don't expect him to do that either. You don't have to tell anybody. We don't have to talk to anybody about because like, Sheree, you and I have both spoken about several times, like we have to know that this thing is not just a foundation, but what was it we were saying? I forgot. We we pretty much have to know that this thing is solid before we can go out in the world because you know how social media is when you pick you with somebody and you dating somebody they think it's forever, honey, and you may be a
It ain't even
person.
social. Mm.
I mean, it could be social media, it can be work, it could be church. When they see you with somebody, they think that it's forever. But meanwhile, you have certain boundaries. This
Mhm.
person may not, or they may. You have certain boundaries that you just not going to tolerate. You may give them
Yeah.
one or two times when as an individual, I think it's very important to keep those boundaries of the things that don't make you feel good. Keep that in your mind.
Now,
Never, no matter how much you love them, how long you're in this relationship, you keep those things in your mind. And when they get to that, and you tell them, vocalize it, let them know. Listen, I don't like this. I don't deal with that. And when it comes into play, then it's game on.
I agree. Now, for me, the way I feel about it is I'm not gonna be mad that she doesn't want to change her relationship status. I'm gonna be okay with that. But my thing is, don't expect me to change mine because at the end of the day, if you still got yours as single, I'm not gonna look like Bobo the fool, Boo Boo the fool, and have mine as in a relationship, and you sitting here as single. Now, Don, you said something very key when you said that it doesn't even have to be social media; it can be regular life. Like, for instance, with what I do on a daily on in real life, I'm a preacher. So if I go to a banquet with a young lady, if I go to the banquet with her one time, they got it in their heads that we dating. If I take
Y'all
her
go
two
together.
times to the same banquet, oh, that's
Y'all
his wife.
engaged.
That's
Yes.
his wife. That's it. And don't let it be twice in a row. Two
Don't
times in a
handle it.
row. What? Yep.
Yes,
Look,
right.
I did that
They
last year.
already.
I did that once before. A girl that I'm just good friends with, me and her are cool. It ain't never been on that level. Took her one time to the banquet. Everybody, oh, y'all just make such a good couple. Y'all so cute. Y'all so cute. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then last year, I took her to the same banquet two times in a row. Do y'all know them people already had it in their heads that we was engaged?
Of course.
That does it.
See,
That does it. That does it. Like
see,
they come into the
that's why
same
it
banquet
doesn't.
twice.
And it's crazy because you saying in the church, but family does the same thing. And when you are a person that your family does not need to know what is the specifics going on in your relationship, once your family knows that you're talking to somebody or dating somebody or in a relationship with somebody, whatever it is, they are like already planning ahead. They're like, oh,
Hmm.
to say how the wedding's gonna be, and you like, okay, I'm getting to know this person and I'm dealing with this person, but there's some things that's in question for me, and I don't know about this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's something we have to keep in mind too.
Yeah, because posting prematurely, could mess you up in the long run because you're still trying to figure out if the person's intentions are genuine. Especially coming from a space like James, being a pastor. Is this person with me for James, or are they with me for Reverend Glover? Because Reverend Glover has a certain type of anointing that James doesn't have. And
Mm,
she likes the oil when I preach. She likes the feel that she gets when I play the piano. She likes the status that I have when I walk into a room. These are the things that it's going to take a couple of months for James to figure out. Us being podcasters, do you want me to change my status because you want to be associated with me because I'm a podcaster? Or do you genuinely
Mm,
want to be with me? Do you want the
mhm,
person outside of Tweet Talks? You know what I'm saying? Do you want that
mhm,
person? Because Tweet Talks is, I don't want to say a character, but Tweet Talks is, a brand. That's not who
mhm.
I am. It might, you get a glimpse of it, just like social media. You can get a glimpse of my life, but that's not all of me. You're not going to see me in real time, or what I'm doing when I'm sad, and when you know what I'm saying? So that's why you shouldn't post prematurely. I definitely agree with that as far as naming the person.
I would
That
agree with that.
is that's very important what you said. That was super important because we all have a brand, and sometimes connecting with somebody else, and then let's say you connect with somebody else and you're in this relationship, and you still have your brand, you still have your other things that you're doing, and this person is connected to you now on their social media. If they are having a bad day, if you get in a disagreement in a relationship, if they just want to discredit you, okay, now you got on your social media, I'm in a relationship with such and such, and people is nosy, so they go cruising around and they go look at your partner's social media, and your partner is on there saying something to discredit you, because some people do that. When they get mad, they want to put all your business on social
Mm,
media. So what happens with this person is discrediting you, and they're not even discrediting you on something real. They're discrediting you because they know that that's a platform that you're on. So I'm gonna use
Hmm.
this platform, and I know that people are looking because I'm connected to this person, and they put in negative stuff, and the stuff is not even true. It's just something to get them some attention because that's what they're seeking. So now what happens then? You have connected your brand with negativity, so I think there's
Or
something.
what
i'm
about if they
i'm really
using
cautious.
what about if they're using you to promote themselves?
come on.
So what if
Well, I
it's the
mean,
other way around? Maybe they didn't tell you, but in the back of their mind, they've had dreams and aspirations, and they see that you are further along than where they
mm,
are, or they want to obtain where you want to be. So they stick around and act like they love you, and
use you as a
mooch off of
ladder.
you, and use you
Mm,
as a ladder, use your network, use your influences and all the things. And then once
Mhm.
they get where they need to be, it's like, kick you to the curb.
Yeah,
like I don't need you no more. You
I
you
am
played your
loving.
part.
Listen, y'all, I am loving the raise your hand action that Tay is giving. I'm loving
He's
it.
so respectful.
He
We love
is.
it.
He
We
is
love
so
it.
super dope. Like, he is respectful.
So,
I don't even be doing that, Tay. I just be jumping in. I
Cause
need to know
she'll
how to do that.
forget. She'll
I will
forget.
forget. I'll be sitting here like, yeah, I got something to say. And I'll be
Let
like,
so,
me
it's
say this
going.
before I
It's
forget.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story about that same exact situation that happened to my my group. Not me per se, but the Galaxy Girls. So, and this happened last summer. So, short little synopsis about the group. Um, Basically, it started with two girls, my daughter and her best friend. And they for the longest time they wanted a third member. So we were looking around for a third member and whatnot. Finally find this third member. So uh the guy was a single father. I'm not gonna mention his name, but the guy was a single father, and he said, "Oh, I see what you're doing with the girls, and you've been doing this for a year now, and I want my daughter to join the group." So the girl auditioned, absolutely amazing little dancer. She auditioned, and me and my sister decided, yeah, she'll be a great fit for the group. Now, granted, she never came to not one practice. This girl wasn't in the group longer than 3 days. Okay. So now, on the third day she was in the group, we already had an event planned where we took the girls to a, I think it was called a We Are the Streets audition. Basically, they were dancing with Little Mama, the rapper. They were dancing in a dance to
Okay.
be in a dance group with Little Mama in this competition where they could have won $100,000 or something like that. Now, what the guy did, he heard that, he took them, he volunteered to take the girls to this audition. Took the girls to the audition, and then when he came back, he took his daughter out the group because she got selected to be part of the dance team with Little Mama, and the other two girls didn't. So
Mm.
I was like, he basically used
Use
the
job
Galaxy
networking.
Girl group
Mhm.
to get his daughter into that position and then completely flaked on it. Because at the time, we didn't have a practice space. We were just practicing in my dad's living room. Like, we didn't have a practice space or anything like that. And he used that as an excuse, like, oh, y'all don't have practice space. I don't want my daughter going to your dad's house to practice. Granted, I get it. But now we have a community center, we have a dance room, we have mirrors, we have an application. We're an official nonprofit organization. And he sees all this on their social media. And to this day, he still asks me, oh, can my daughter join the group again?
Negative.
No,
No, no, sir. She cannot. Nothing against your daughter. Love the little girl,
it's
but
you.
it's you. Because that's not
But
what you do to people.
well, now what happens if how old is this little girl?
She had to be, well, she's probably 11 now.
Okay, so she's still gonna need to be under the roof of a parent, or a parent has to make. She still has to have a
Decision.
custodial person to. Okay, so that's different. Because I was gonna say, I mean, we don't want to. I wouldn't want to kind of neglect the daughter because the father is one kind of way because that's stopping her from an opportunity. But that's when you get some paperwork drawn up, you
And
know?
that I do have paperwork, and he didn't want to sign any kind of
Oh, okay. Well, we can't
applications or
work.
anything like
Mm-mm.
that. Yeah,
No.
so no
Mm-mm.
liability
No, because you.
forms and all that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, be smart about things sometimes.
All
Hmm.
right, James. I know you got another one. Come on. Scenario.
Mm. All right, I got one more scenario for y'all for tonight. One more. All right, so here we go. This is the one of all. So wait, I'm gonna need. Oh
Yeah.
snap! 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 Snap!
He
All
was.
right, so let me tell y'all.
Listen.
Let me tell y'all a little disclaimer because y'all don't know what we talking about. Now on Facebook, and for the ones that's listening, the audio version, on Facebook, I have put a post up about people mispronouncing my name. So if you noticed that when I introduced myself as Shira Renee. And I posted on Facebook how everybody and their mama gets my name wrong. So James was adamant about him not
I'm not
mispronouncing my
getting it
name throughout
wrong.
the whole show
The
until
whole.
he went an hour
Dang
and
it!
13 minutes.
I knew it.
Dang it!
Because he in
Dang
the
it!
beginning he would be like, listen, he'd be like, all
He
right,
was
he'd be like, all right,
flowing.
Dawn, I got
Sarah.
See, when
I got
you
some.
start
He'd be
talking
like,
fast,
listen,
that's what happens.
he'd be like, Dawn, I got something for you, and I
Shira.
was like, he's not. When these conversations get going, he ain't gonna keep focusing on your name like
That
that.
is
No,
so
I wasn't.
funny. That
This
is
time
so
she caught me
funny.
when I wasn't focused. I wasn't focused, and I went, so wait, and then it hit me. I went,
That's what we always
dang
say.
it, I messed it up. All right, so
You did good
Sarah,
though.
There we go. He
Sarah.
back. He back.
All
Yeah.
right.
My face hurt laughing.
All right. So here we go. I got one for both of y'all. And Sarah, I don't need your facial expressions because you know your
Right.
face says it all.
Uh-huh.
All right, so here we go. Here we go. So, all right, there it goes. I got it now. Ooh, this is gonna be good too. So your son comes home after being with his daddy. He and his dad have went to the store. He comes home and he said, "Mommy, you're not gonna believe this, but while Daddy and I was at the park, this woman came up behind Daddy and told him that he really smelled good and asked him for his number, and Daddy gave it to her. Now you go to your husband and ask him why did he give her.
We together.
Together.
Yeah. Together. So you go up to your husband and you ask him why did he give the girl the number, and he said, "Babe, stop slipping. It ain't that big of a deal. I just gave her my number. It ain't that big of a deal. It was just a phone number. She probably won't even text me." So I'm gonna let Don go first.
No. Tay got his hand up. What happened?
What happened, Tay?
Let me put myself in a woman's shoes. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, she came up behind you. Why is she that close to you? First of all, to smell your cologne. Now, hold on. Now it's like you give the number knowing that you're married. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no.
But he said it ain't no
And
big
knowing
deal.
that
It
your
was just
son
a
is
phone
a
number.
tattletale.
It's not that it's not that serious. I don't know.
I don't know. These fellows, it sound like one is pimping and one ain't.
I'm just giving out scenarios. That's all I'm doing. Don, I'm gonna let you go first, and then I'm gonna go to.
I mean,
Sarah.
it's to me. Let's put an age on this child. How old is this child?
He gotta be like 4 or 5.
The child is 12.
He 12,
12.
talking like that.
This is what he
they
do.
got common sense. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what he do. This is not new to him. And at 12 years old, he has probably seen dad do this enough to know to not even go back and tell mom because he's doing it. This is what he does. So for me personally, if my child was 12
I'm
years
gonna go
old,
4. I'm gonna go 4.
okay, 4 is probably the truth because the 4-year-old don't know what they telling and the capacity of it. They just talking. I would tell him, what the kid said, and I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Some of these scenarios I have never experienced, so I can't even tell you what my response would be because I think that when I'm dealing with somebody, I'm pretty straightforward on how I deal with things. Till they're not gonna have no big mouth 4-year-old around them because they know that I'm telling them from the jump I'm not dealing with. So I don't know.
So,
I don't
Sarah.
know.
After Shira, I got something to say because this situation happened to me actually, but in reverse.
Oh,
Sarah.
All right, I'm
She need a
trying to gather
moment.
myself.
Moment.
I'm trying to gather myself because I have a 4-year-old, so it's trigger another one. He's triggering me tonight. He's triggering me. So when my 4-year-old tells me something, 9 times out of 10 is true, and I can tell the difference from him saying something and he lying versus him saying something that's true. So if my spidey senses tingle and I get the truth feeling, we're not gonna have a conversation because like Tweet said, this ain't the first time. So that's when my petty hat gonna go on.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Not the petty hat.
And
Not the petty
Yeah.
hat.
when I go out with
The
little
petty
man,
hat though.
I got a petty hat
mommy
with
gonna
some
get a number
with
2. We're gonna get a number
Sheree.
2.
I got a petty hat with some bling on it, girl, just for you.
Yes, put some
Give it
bling
to
on
you.
it, and it gotta have a little pink in it. Gotta have a
Yeah,
little pink.
of course.
Mm.
Don't worry. We straight petty.
So,
So you
I'm
said
gonna make sure that me and little man go out too, without daddy, and mommy gonna get a number 2. That part.
And guess what
Okay?
that 4-year-old gonna do?
Nothing.
he ain't gonna
Daddy.
tell daddy.
He ain't gonna
He ain't
say
gonna tell
nothing
daddy.
because
Mhm.
mommy ain't like daddy, and mommy not gonna let the 4-year-old see it. How about that?
Tasteful. Yes.
Okay.
Look
But
at
yeah.
Tay. Look at Tay. He is doing the ultimate eye roll right now.
And like Danny said, he's your husband and saying don't trip, that's wild. So
Yeah.
because it's wild,
He's-
we
he's
gonna
used
be
to it.
like Will Smith, and it's gonna be the Wild Wild West in this house. And we just gonna be pew 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 pew. We gonna play.
Hold on, I
That's what we
got you.
gonna
I
do.
got you. I got you. I got you.
Here you
You
go
ain't
with
even got to
this.
do it. You ain't even got to do it. I
Here
got
we
you,
go.
sis. I got you. Hold on. I got you. You ain't even got to do all that. Hold on.
I'm gonna need you to have it closer, sir.
He just
So
I
you
told
can
him before we started this.
listen.
That sounds like an old Western gunfight. That just sounds like
No safety.
Go
Just
ahead,
pow
Tay.
pow.
Go ahead. We tagging you in. Go ahead.
Tay, you seem
Who, me?
disgusted.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So my daughter is 12, right? So this happened. This happened last year actually. So my daughter was out with the person I was talking to at the time. And basically a guy went up to her and was like, "Oh, you're very beautiful. Would you like to exchange numbers?" And the person said yes. So my daughter is like my little best friend, right? But my daughter doesn't know how to stop talking. Like she'll start talking and she'll just say things that she doesn't even realize that she's saying. So me and her, we're just on the couch, we playing video games and whatnot. And I'm like, normal stuff. How was your day? What did you get? She's like, oh, I got myself a basketball jersey and so she was talking to this guy and I think she got his phone number. And I'm like, huh? So she's like, yeah, she got his phone number and they were talking, but I was looking at the basketball jerseys. I'm like, oh, okay. So I talked to the person and I'm like, so my daughter says you got somebody's phone number today? She's like, you gonna believe a 12-year-old? I'm like, yeah, I am. She's like, well, your daughter don't know what she's talking about. She be talking out her a lot. I'm like, granted, yes, she does, but she's not just gonna bring that up. She's not just gonna randomly make that up. So at that moment in time, I said, all right, everything was nice. I'll see you in the next lifetime. Bye bye.
Dang.
Yep, I do not play at all.
Dang.
Okay. Well,
You got any more last scenarios, James? We about to wrap it up.
yeah.
I got one more. This is the very last one for y'all. Very last
He
one.
just
I
got a
promise you.
scenario.
Is
I
it for
promise you.
everybody?
This is yep. This is for all y'all.
Oh,
So
okay.
So here we go.
That thing is ready. He said, yeah, everybody, he ready.
All right. All right. Here it goes.
Because James been
So
picking on us all night.
Right. Like we the mean
I
girls.
got y'all. I got y'all.
But we tag team him,
So
right?
Right.
Y'all do. So
Y'all do.
so you home and your best friend texts you and tells you that they just seen your boyfriend or girlfriend out with another dude or another
Mm.
female. They don't have no photos. They don't have no proof. But they are telling you that they need you to believe them because they describing everything that your man had on. Well,
Ooh, let me go first.
Oh, okay.
so
Look, I'm like this.
so are you ready? Are you gonna believe your friend? Because even though they don't have no proof, they describing to a T what your woman or your man had on. Gone, Sewa,
So let me tell you,
If you don't fix that,
my
Sewa.
friends, and I'm gonna tell you, my friends, it ain't no picture because that's what's gonna be the first thing that's sent through my phone. Then they gonna tell me, oh, we saw him. Da, da, da. Then they're gonna give me the story, so I'm gonna automatically know that that's true. But if we're using locations, I'm gonna know where he at anyway, right?
True that.
Because
All
9 times
right.
out of 10, y'all gonna forget that y'all shared your location and y'all gonna be caught slipping. Because we do check periodically, just in
so
case.
you can wait a minute. So you can check what do you mean? You can check location
Child,
periodically without
we're gonna have a
what? Wait a minute,
conversation
without
after
being
this.
sent.
We're gonna have a conversation after this, honey.
If
Yes.
your
Okay.
location is automatically turned on and you automatically sharing it with that person,
Oh, I
then
don't
yeah.
know.
But location can be turned off too.
Oh, we not turning it off. It's gonna stay on.
Understood.
Oh, baby, my phone died. I'm sorry. My phone died.
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
Look at him pulling his tricks out of the hat.
Yeah, all right.
So,
You always gotta get me to say it every month.
so what was the scenario again? You said,
So
Your
your
friend.
friend
oh,
texts
okay, I
you.
got it. Okay. So my first question would be, who is the friend? Who is this person? Is this somebody that knows me that I can trust their word? Or is this somebody that may be looking for a little drama? Is this somebody that could possibly be with him behind my back? Those would be the kind of things that I would need to know. Who is this friend first? Then I'm gonna take the information and then I'll deal with him with it. I mean, I just don't believe that it
Okay,
is.
Danny.
I don't think it should be like a public thing. Like, oh, for real? Okay, you told me he was there. Good deal. If you my friend, good deal. I'll deal with it. And you know, then all I can do is ask him. I mean, my thing is, what you give is what you get. If you're gonna be out on the town treating somebody good on the town, then I'm gonna have to get somebody that's gonna be treating me good out on the town too.
Mm.
So okay, wait a minute. So with the scenario, what was he doing with the girl? Was he just with the girl?
He was with the girl. He was out grabbing something to eat. They was out dancing. They was living it up.
Listen to him. He was gonna make the
Now he gonna
scenario
add
so
they was out
dramatic. Right,
there, they
right.
was
He
out
was like they was
dancing.
dancing. Oh, they was dancing to old school Marvin Gaye song.
Some Luther Vandross, a little
No, no,
Anita
no,
is
no,
definitely
no,
gonna set
no,
this party on
no,
fire.
no. That
He said
is
let's set the party
deal
off right.
breaker. It's over. Cause you already know. You already know
He
how I
went
feel
from
about
dinner
Luther.
to they doing a
Mm,
waltz. Everybody got ballroom dresses on. Wait a minute now.
mm. They dancing to some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross, a little
Where was
Anita.
I when
It's
all this
definitely
was
gonna
going
set this
on?
party off fire.
Yeah, all right.
All right, Tay, go on
Um,
ahead, boy.
I mean, listen, if
Uh,
it's a good listen, hold on, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. If it's a good girlfriend, she gonna be like, girl, guess who I saw such and such? Okay, for real. I'm outside. All right, I'm coming. We riding. And guess where we going? we
Where he
going to
at?
the restaurant where the
Mhm.
party is happening at. Because
And if it's
if you
me,
feel so,
I'm FaceTiming her so she can see it for herself. Okay?
yeah, because I mean, to me, the disrespect. See, it's two types of cheating. It's the I don't want nobody to see me. We hiding
Sneaky.
out. That is a
Sneaky like it.
little bit more respectful of your situation.
What?
It's a little bit more respectful of your situation. But if you out, you in a ballroom, y'all eating at a restaurant, you dancing and having
Right.
a good time, you don't care about your relationship. You don't care. Because for him to hide it means he's a little bit more respectful of the other his main relationship or whatever. He's a little bit more respectful of her because he's hiding it from her. Sometimes when people hide things from you, it's because they don't want to hurt your heart. As bad
Oh,
as it
so
may
he like
sound.
Jody and from Baby Boy, I lie to you because I care about your feelings. I'm
Mhm.
out here
Yeah, I mean,
telling these other
I
women the
I
truth.
do think there's truth to that. When a person lies to you and you're in a relationship, it's because they don't want to hurt you. You know, they can still possibly love you. That's a whole nother episode. But I do think that if
Tag.
you out, you know, and you having a good time and you dancing in part, okay, Tay is tapping his mouth, so he's about to explode. Go ahead, Tay.
Tag you it.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's interesting because all these situations y'all, these scenarios y'all making up are things that I've actually been through in the
he's
past.
sitting there all quiet. So you be about the drama, don't you? You be quiet, but you
Mm,
be
That's probably why he's so nonchalant because he done been through enough. So it's like
So,
can't surprise me.
and this is exactly why I always said until recently that I would never date anyone that lived in New Jersey simply because my little sister is my best friend. She is my best friend. So I want to say this happened in 2019. Yeah, 2019. So I live in New York for those who don't know, and I was dating someone that lived in um, Newark, New Jersey. My sister was also dating someone that lived in Newark, New Jersey. Now, her and her man at the time are in Jersey Gardens Mall, walking around shopping. No, the person that I was dating at the time, I did not hear from all day. So my sister FaceTimes me while she's in the food court. No, the person that I'm dating knows what my sister looks like, but and they know what each other look like. So my sister FaceTimed me, and it's not her like face, it's just the back of somebody's head. She's like, bro, isn't this Monster? She said her real name, but I'm just gonna give her the name that we all gave her, my friends and everybody,
oh
Monster.
Lord.
She's
I
like,
want to know
it's
why she
Mm.
was called Monster.
Monster, yes. Oh, Jesus.
if y'all want to have that story for another day, we can do that on another day.
Okay.
Uh,
Um, she, I'm like, yeah, that's her. She's like, well, she was kissing all up on this man.
Not kissing.
I was like, oh, so I hang up. I instantly call Monster. I'm like, where you at? She's like, I'm at home. I'm
Mm.
like, oh, okay. FaceTime my sister. And I was like, yo, do me a favor, tap her and give her the phone. So
Oh my God.
she taps her and gives her the phone. I'm like, you at home, huh?
Mm.
She's
That's my
like,
dog, because that's what I would have done. I promise you, that's what I would have done. Oh,
she
the
was
home
like,
looks real
oh,
crowded right now.
it's not that serious. It's not that serious. This is my brother. Oh, and my sister, I hear my sister in the background. She's like,
Her brother.
lie again, lie again.
She was ready to throw a table.
My my sister is a Pisces. She mm-mm, don't mm-mm. But it's just like for all that to instantly lie like that, like you don't It's just, mm-mm. But that's just one of the stories I have about Monster. There's a lot more. Wait till
Mm.
y'all hear the engagement
Are
story,
you
because that's
still
gonna.
dealing with the monster?
No, I am definitely not.
Okay,
But
leave the
wait till y'all
monster alone,
wait
honey.
wait till y'all hear about that engagement story. That's the
Mm,
big one.
Oh, it sounds
mm,
like you need an episode 2.
Right, part
mm-hmm,
two.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We should do
So
an
yeah.
episode just about dating stories.
Oh my God.
Oh
Yeah,
my
we.
gosh. Yes. Yeah.
Mm,
Okay.
I
Oh,
mm.
got.
we'll talk.
Mm.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Yep, definitely. So y'all, we appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight for real. Y'all hung with us tonight. We appreciate Tay for jumping in.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes, we
yes.
did
Thank
definitely
you.
enjoy
So,
you. Definitely.
so we want y'all to know After Show Vibes is still gonna go strong. We still coming strong. We still going strong. Right now, though, we are in search for a fourth member, for a brother to come in here on After Show Vibes with us. And Tay just auditioned to be that fourth
Permanently.
member of the crew, permanently
Hmm.
to be that fourth member of the crew. And we got some other ones that are lined up to audition. And we will be letting y'all know very soon who that fourth member will be on After Show Vibes. You still gonna see Tweet. You're still gonna see Sarah, and you're gonna see myself. You're still gonna see us. But just know there's gonna be a fourth member
So
that
give
you
them
will
that
be
email
seeing.
address. They can let you know.
And
And they
also,
can
uh,
also
And
add it in the
anybody,
comments.
yes, anybody that's
yeah,
interested, you can
anybody that's
comment below.
interested,
And you can also email
email.
a vibes at gmail.com. Once again, that's a vibes at gmail.com. And we will definitely get back with you. And family, we want you to go over there to Spotify and y'all listen to our podcast. It is officially on Spotify. The first episode got dropped last week. It is called After Show Vibes. Go over there and check us out, y'all. Check us out. Tell us what y'all
Hmm.
think. And hopefully here soon we will be going live on the After Show Vibes Facebook page. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but I'm gonna keep fooling with it this week and try to figure it out. So before I turn it over to Tay and Sewa and Tweet Talks, I'm gonna tell y'all like I always say, sometimes our disappointments are nothing more than God's appointments. Meaning some things that we look at as bad, God is only turning it around for our good. Stay blessed, be
Right.
blessed, and be a blessing to someone else. We will see y'all next week. Tay, I'm gonna let you go next, my brother.
It was a pleasure being on the show with all of you. Uh, Learned a lot, talked a lot. Usually I don't talk this much, but the vibes, it was the vibes
It's
that
our
were
vibe.
here.
Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
It's a vibe.
I really appreciate everything that we talked about, and I'm ready to tell those stories when y'all ready.
All right, bet,
Okay.
bet, bet. All right. So what?
So,
Oh no, go on
okay.
ahead, Don.
Me?
Go on ahead.
I'll let
Go on
Don
ahead,
go.
Don.
Okay. So before we close out again, Tay, I'm glad that you were here with us today. You definitely did catch the vibe because a lot of people don't understand the vibe that the three of us have. And when you get into this live, you actually get an opportunity to catch the vibe. So you did catch it today. So that was super dope. But to all the listeners and viewers that are watching, I am Tweet from Tweet Talks, host of Tweet Talks, which can be available on all major platforms. Y'all go check out my personal podcast and be sure to like and share After Show Vibes as well as Tweet Talks.
All right. So what? It's on you.
Okay, so I just wanted to thank Tay for coming on and just let everybody know if you are feeling him, you want him to come back again. Put your suggestions and stuff in the comments. Also, if you have any topics that you would like for us to talk about, also put that in the comments. We want you to stay connected with us. So if you are listening, go over to YouTube. If you are watching, go over to Spotify. just like us on all major platforms so we can continue to vibe out with y'all. As for me personally, this is Cheryl Renee, and I am the host of the Blemish Beauty Podcast that can be found on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Talk to you guys next week.
All right, y'all. We will see y'all next week. And as we close out, y'all know how we close it out. Hold on. Y'all already know how we close it out. So we're gonna close it out like this.
James is never ready yet.
Well, highlights, y'all.
What is this? What is this?
Well, highlights, y'all. Peace.
Hey, good night, everybody.